luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha. It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Niners and the Hawks on Thursday night.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go from Seattle.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Breaks through the contact.
The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship-caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
They'll fake it. Now Smith under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And the great story of Brock Purdy continues. Had he been drafted in the 1st round, I think people would be singing his praises to the skies, but for whatever reason, people can't let go of the fact he's Mr. Irrelevant, and they don't give him the credit he deserves. He is not just a system quarterback. He's a guy who enhances his team. Not just along for the ride, he's the one steering the ship. And without him, their ceiling significantly drops.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Jordan Mason.
74 yards.
And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Well, now how about this return?
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, Sharon.
Now Gino. Walker with a grab, left side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here. The 49ers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now they run. It's Mason. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Steps away to his left. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Offside, defense.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
That penalty is
and one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Purdy. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's got it. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They run it with Mason. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jordan Mason
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
70 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 10. Purdy.
And this is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Purdy looking to throw.
Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Here's Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Purdy on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll buy some time right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll roll him out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to extend their lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Purdy will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Purdy off the play fake. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But a great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for two here. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now it's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's third and long. Geno now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Reek Woolen in on the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A dump off for Mason. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mason. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I?
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Play action. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 50 yards. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is...
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A
very limited time left to get in the field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number three. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
Dancing to his left. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Defense.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now Purdy being chased out left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the... Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing now is Geno. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mason. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 3. Check.
Purdy. Flush to his right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
14. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back to Walker on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing is Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Gino. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
There we go,
and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Geno Smith, 15 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Good decision to keep the football and some really good running to find the end zone.
And so much for scouting, because you know they went over this in practice on the defensive side, that you have to protect the edges in that RPO, that he may tuck it and keep it himself. Instead, he crashed down, and off he went.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brandon Ayuk getting set for this next possession. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They go play action here. Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Purdy now to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throwing here, Purdy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
30 now to throw off the play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Smith. This complete to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
Throwing again is Smith. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Niners are able to widen their advantage.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And Walker has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Cover. Here we go.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back to throw. Purdy. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Smith now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 47 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Fighting to stay upright. Sliding out of the pocket. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. Now Purdy. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope they choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking them like a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop rapping to prove nothing. Just writing to say something 'cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I got a really crazy mind and clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm missed, I miss the eye, therefore I'm. Can you save my every dirty soul? Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. And they don't get the snap away in time. This is going to move them half the distance. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face second and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. Reeled in by George Kittle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to the well again. Room for him past the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They've got first down from the 31. Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. This time it's a passing play. He's on the move. Finds his target, Mason. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on first down. Makes a cut to the right sideline. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. They give it to him again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action now with Purdy. His first throw is an interception. Roquan Smith with the pick. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. This drive just keeps on moving after the penalty resets that marker.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Garindo again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Purdy setting up that play action. He rolls to his right. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up on the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 47. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Ready?
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
You. Sit on. Report.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They go play action here. Buying some time right. He can run it. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Oh, Brandon Stevens gets him. It's an interception. And the Ravens take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first.
man shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Dallas. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yeah! Everybody kill!
First down, here's Dak. Short pass caught by his tight end. Jukes one defender, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take. We're going to 54 wide in.
Play action, Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Dak now from the gun. That finds Elliott complete. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Another throw for Prescott. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it.
Oh my, they're faking it on their opening drive. This is caught. And the fake works to perfection. 1st down. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He puts everything behind this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he finishes off the play by taking it in. Touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Jake Moody on for the PAT. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone. He had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40.
Yeah, here we go.
1st and 10, Prescott. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah! Here we go!
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Purdy. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's going to get this complete to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Dak off the play fake. Rope trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait, take! Ready, take! We're going to 54. Why? Take!
Another try following the sack. Gets everything he has under this throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
3rd and long for him here. That'll be complete to Elliott. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
We're going to 53.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 54. Going to 54. Why?
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And we're all tied up. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. He's at the 30. 10. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers need only 1 to take the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
We're going to 54. Wait,
here's Prescott, 1st and 10. It's caught, Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Kill.
They run it from the gun with Elliott. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Here we go, 46. 47. 26.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Yeah! Here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Dak throwing again. Quick slant complete.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. 26.
Going for it on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown,